Inhale the good, exhale the bad. One of my meditation mantras. Today I am puffing on Egyptian gold. Not ironic that the shirt that I picked out has a gold emblem on it. Nothing's ironic, nothing's a coincidence. Once you guys pay attention to that and believe in that, you'll get the signs and synchronicities and all of that jazz. Me hopping on here now is, I already shared something about how Source communicates and how Source messages are sent. Yesterday in one of my videos, I mentioned about meditation, but then also a lot of my channeled messages and what I was recording got jumbled and whatever. I did share one yesterday, and then the original one that I videoed that got cut off, that I couldn't download, that wasn't there in my app, is there today. So I'm trying to figure out, do I share that one, or there's two other, I spun it two other ways to deliver the same message. So I'm going to look at that. I've been waiting on the download to see if it's a go or not. But back to the meditation, because I feel like they didn't want me talking about meditation. Because coming from the person that I looked up, it was 1:33 on the timer. Coming from the person that, one, I could even explain how I even got on camera, like this whole journey of mine. But meditation, crisscross applesauce, like I gotta sit there and, like, you know, my brain broke it down 1,000,001 ways as to why I shouldn't do it. It's not, you know, whatever. But also, you know, our ego tries to block us from things that will help us grow and tap into our higher self. But then also intro the powers that be and try to dress things up and make it super complicated and have people, you know, like me, be like, I'm not doing it. No way. Long and behold, here I am, talking about why you should meditate. But I'm not going to dress it up in some fancy way, because that fancy way is what kept me from wanting to do it. So I'm going to explain what worked for me. This worked for me, and I'm sharing what worked for me in the hopes that this drops on the feed of a soul that needs to hear what I'm saying. So I'm not sitting like that. I just gave myself a bunch of I'm not. And I'm like, all right, so how the fuck do I flip the script? 3:03 when I looked up. So hi, Dad. How do I flip the script? How do I change this around? All right. I wake up super early. I still do. Like, it's my internal clock. It's like you're getting up no matter what I do. So it depends on the day. Usually 4 to 5 range. So I'm like, all right, you're up that early anyway, ain't shit going on. You're going to meditate first thing in the morning when you wake up, before you get into any first thing. All right, so we get up, we wash our face, brush our teeth, you know, we do all that. And since I said I'm not sitting up, all right, so then fucking lay down. Lay down. This is how I know it's like my higher self that's like pushing me to do it, because it's like if I don't do it, I would have never got to this point. So I needed to do it. So a little tough love came into play. Like, all right, you don't want to sit, then fucking lay down. I don't know what else to tell you, but you got to do it. That's like the energy that I felt. I was like, oh, all right. So we're going to lay down. Okay. I started with 10 minutes. We're going to do 10 minutes. Put the timer 10 minutes, you know. Laying there. Also, I gave myself a clause into that too, because I needed to make sure I showed up every day, because consistency is key here. There's a lot of keys. Consistency is one of the keys that need to be in your routines daily or whatever. Like, I don't meditate daily anymore, but that's because my whole entire day is a fucking meditation. Like, I'm getting downloads all the time. So I don't need to sit there in that manner to get a download anymore. I get it all day. But me meditating in that manner helps me cleanse energy. I'll get into that later. But, you know, we started with lay down. The clause that I stuck in to get me to consistently show up was, at that point in time, when did I start the meditation portion of this journey? It was July, August of 2023. That started. So it was, all right, you don't like getting ghosted. You don't like when people don't answer you back or that type of shit, or when you show up and somebody's late. You hate it because you're always on time and or early. So punctuality is something that means something to me. Okay, so I don't like being ghosted. Okay. Think about it like you're ghosting yourself. If you don't show up every day at 5 o'clock, you're ghosting yourself. You're ignoring yourself. How's that going to feel? It's going to feel fucking sucky, right? All right. 5 on that timer. 5 means change. So if this is dropping on your feed and you made it to this point, consider trying meditation. So, you know, we put in the clause of I have to show up every day, 5 o'clock. Well, the time didn't matter, but it had to be first thing in the morning. If I don't do it, I ghost myself. So that's in the back of my head playing like, yo, if you're a dick to yourself, then other people are going to be a dick to you too. Like, don't do that. All right, so, you know, we got it. I started with laying down 10 minutes. Random thoughts pop into your brain. Think of it like a cloud passing by. Observe it and let it pass by. If it's something that then, you know, push the cloud out, or pretend it's a bubble, pop the bubble, whatever you got to do in your mind's eye to get into the rhythm and groove of the meditation, which that's it. If you need to be in a guided meditation, I forgot what's the app I used in the beginning. I'm going to look that up and put it somewhere on the screen, because that app really helped me also too, because it kept track of your time, and it gave you, I like saying to people, give yourself a gold star. So the app basically gives you like some kind of like achievement badge for every mile marker that you make there. So I used that and I got it. And then once my body was in the rhythm of flow, I didn't need an app. I didn't need to talk to myself to do that. Like, I just automatically went into what I needed to do because my body soul knew. As for the mudras, if you're down with that, go ahead. Because in the beginning, I didn't want to get myself too confused on it. I just needed to show up. That was step one. But in the process of it, my body automatically knew what to do. So if your body wants to yawn, let it, because you're releasing energy. If your body wants to do any mudra, like sometimes I'm sitting there and my hands will automatically do one. If you don't know what your hand is doing, look at it, take a picture, remember it, go Google it, see what that mudra does, because all the mudras have functions within our body. So, with that being said, that was just like it's like a story time. It's not an instructional manual. It's just how I got myself to meditate. For you to listen to it and maybe something will click in your head and be like, ooh, I never thought of that, or I want to try doing it that way, and get yourself into that rhythm and flow, because that is the first way of you connecting to your higher self, tapping into yourself, and tapping back to source. If you got any questions, drop it in the comments. Also drop in the comments where you're from, because I'm from Jersey and the simulation today is serving me doom and gloom. But also that could be source code, because they overlap one another. Because if it's source code, that's how I'm looking at it. Mother Nature is purging out that heavy energy that it just absorbed with the full moon, and everybody releasing what no longer serves them. So this is the earth and Mother Nature's way of cleansing that, giving it back to source, and giving back recycled fresh energy for us. So on that note, now I'm really ending it. Have a great day, but tap back in, because I'm going to be sharing some stuff in the kitchen on how to cleanse your vessel, or meat suit as I like to call it.